Okay, so I'm going to make a video on incest, which is not a popular topic. I don't think anyone's made a video on it. Then again, I haven't been looking for it. It's actually on incest and polygamy. Now, I just want to I think I made a video on it, but I'm not. I'm a little lazy to check. If not, I might not put this up. If you're watching this, obviously I did, so I hope there's some attention to this. I think incest is an important topic to discuss. Really, I do, because it's so unpopular. I know people don't like to touch it, because it's gross and it's disgusting, and I agree with you. It is gross and disgusting. But at the same time, I don't see why it shouldn't be illegal. Now, here's the thing. First off, if you want to know, if you want to say that marriage is about having babies, then you need to go watch Prof. MCCH video about babies and homosexuality to go see why, obviously, marriage isn't about babies. Therefore, any argument you can say about having children is moot. And even more than that, if you really think about it, what about the kids? They're going to have kids whether or not they get married. It doesn't matter if they get married or not. It just makes it harder for them to keep the kids, which doesn't do anything good for the family at all. So that's not a justifiable argument to say that just because they're going to have retarded children, they shouldn't be able to get married. They should be able to get married, obviously. You don't think they should be able to have children. I'm going to argue against that again. Think about a couple with at least one partner has AIDS, if not both. Let's just say, for argument's sake, they didn't use any drugs to lower the rates, because they want to be natural. So they have a 25% chance of spreading AIDS. Yes, I get this from Wikipedia. Maybe it's wrong, but that's where I got it. And in the most extreme case of incest, as between a direct family member, like a mother and a son, a father and a daughter, it's about 25%. And like cousins, it's not so bad. And I don't remember the other one, but the closer you get, the worse it gets. But the direct family members are the worst. Like a mother and a son. I just went over it. Anyways, so it's equal, 25% both ways. So should we not allow a couple with this, AIDS, who wants to have a baby naturally, with no drugs? Should we not allow them to get married? Or should we not allow them to have children now? Should we bar them from doing it? Can we bar them from doing it? Can't you have the government step in there and say you can't have children? Is that morally acceptable, tolerable? I don't like it any more than you do. I don't like the idea that people can have kids with AIDS and spread it. But then again, it is their bodies and it's their choice. And I think it's something we have to learn to tolerate. Their choice. Same goes for incest. I don't like that they're going to have a kid that has a high chance of being retarded, but then again, what can you do to stop it? It's their bodies. And I think there probably are some drugs you can take to make it less likely, maybe. I don't know. There are definitely no drugs to take for AIDS. That's the only opt-out. But I don't think it's very viable because it obviously does happen that people don't want to take drugs for this kind of stuff. There are also other diseases out there that have a high infection rate. They can spread to the young very easily. And I'm sure these go over 25%. And again, you have to bar them from having sex, or just having children. Or maybe you just say, well, we'll just take legal action against them once they have a kid. Who does that hurt? The kid. You take away the kid from the parents, the kid now doesn't have parents. You have to go to a foster home. It's just awful for the kid. Why would you put the kid through it? What advantage is there to society by putting the kid through hell? The kid was already made. It already happened. What's the point of taking legal action at that point? You're just going to hurt the kid. What if you garner their wages? Why? You just hurt the kid. The parents just have less money to spread around. There's no way you take legal action against the family and help society. It's only going to hurt society. It makes that kid even harder, have an even harder life, and the parents have even a harder time raising the kid. So there's, in my opinion, no good argument against incest here. Okay, so on to polygamy. Polygamy is a much more difficult topic, in my opinion, because the only argument I've heard against it, and actually it's my only argument against polygamy, is that it would take too much time and effort. It wouldn't take too much time and effort. It would just take a lot of time and effort to change all the laws to make it fair for all couples now. Because now you have whole arrays of marriages, of hundreds of people connected, which could happen. I don't see anything morally wrong with this. Now, I guess you could say that you think that only one partner should be allowed, but that's subjective. Why not let someone have 4 partners? What's the problem with that? It'd be equal between males and females, as many partners you want. Every participant must consent in the party, at least. That's much I would know. I know must be the case. As in that, a man wants to have another wife, well, the other 2 wives need to consent first. And they don't consent, he can't get married. And there's that certain, you have to allow that. And if they don't like that, if he doesn't like that, he can divorce the other 2 and marry her without any dissension. So, of course, those women who are married to him could just be like, whatever, get another wife. I'll get 2 husbands instead. Screw you. And it seems a little crazy. I know I'm not really making out to be a serious argument, but really, I think there's no good reason why not. Because here's the thing. It's one thing to say that this is wrong and I would never have that. It's another thing to say that this shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be tolerated by the government. They don't propel it. They don't do anything with it. Just allow it, tolerate it. And I want to hear if there are any good arguments against incest or polygamy. Obviously, things like bestiality and pedophilia don't involve consent. And these arguments are only valid if both partners in these cases are consensual, which they would have to be. And, of course, the difference between these, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, that's about all I got. So, yeah. Take it easy, YouTube.